I have an awesome book to share with you today. So thank you for joining me. Paisley's right over here. She's going to read along with us. Let's get started. I always like to warm up for a minute before we jump into a book. Kind of get our brains ready to go. Hi, thanks for joining us. If you're on, make sure you tell us who you're with. If you have a kid with you, say hi. That way I can call your name out as well. Today is Monday. Today's the first Read Aloud we're going to do this week. We have a whole series, so I'm so glad you're here to join us. Again, if you're here, say hi. Tell me your child's name, and let's get started.
Hello, hello, bonjour, bonjour, hola, hola, vanuda, shalom, shalom, guten tag, konnichiwa, nehoma, round the world in every land.
When we bow or shake our hands or our elbows,
Smile on your face, say hello to the human race. Hello, hello, buongiorno, zdravo, jumbo, yasis, yonoput, zdravствуйте, namaste,
round the world in every land. When we bow or shake our hands or our elbows,
heart lead the way.
say hello
To a brand new day.
hello,
Aloha,
hello. Wonderful. If this is your first time doing a story or interactive read aloud with me, you will get to know that song as we go. Right now you need your paper and your pencil, and here we go. So this week we are working on the big question of, where does my food come from? And all these books and materials were purchased through a grant I received through Ag in the Classroom. Big shout out to Ruby's books as well that helped me get all the materials ready for you guys. So here we go. Where does my food come from? So this is our first book. Let's take a second and look at the book. Get our minds ready. I see bees. What do you see? Shout it out. What do you see? Yes, you might have said a tractor. That's correct. A horse, a little girl. This book is called Right This Very Minute, a table to farm book about food and farming. So this book today, we're going to read the beginning, an expert of it or part of it, because it is a long one, but you can always check it out at your library if you want to check out the rest of the book. So the author is Liesl H. Detlefsen. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And here we go. Look at these awesome illustrations. What do you think we're going to be looking at? What do you think the author is going to be teaching us? Shout it out. Let me hear. Maybe. Let's see. Right this very minute, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see those awesome illustrations. The illustrator is Renee Correa. All right. Here we go. What's that you say? You're hungry for breakfast? Right this very minute? Then you need a farmer. A farmer, you say? Thinking, why do I need a farmer for breakfast? Oftentimes I just, go to the pantry or ask a grown-up for breakfast. I don't ask a farmer. I wonder what they mean. What do you think they mean? You have the stories of so many right here on your table. I had breakfast this morning. Let me think about what I had for breakfast. No, thank you. I had eggs. I had some water, some fruit. But I didn't ask a farmer. I wonder what the author means. Right this very minute, in a citrus grove, a grower tests oranges for ripeness. When the fruit is ready, the harvesting crew will pick the oranges, which will be squeezed into the juice you drink in the morning. Oh, that makes sense. Did you have juice? I didn't have juice, but if I did, it means it probably came from a farm before. Maybe not this morning, but I didn't grow the oranges. I must have got them from you got it, a farmer. Right this very minute in a new field on a wheat farm, a farmer drills furrows, the perfect depth for seeds. Furrows, that's a new word for me. I'm gonna read that sentence again, and I'm gonna look at the picture to see if I can figure out what furrows means. Right this very minute in a new field on a wheat farm, a farmer drills furrows, the perfect depth for seeds. Furrows. Oh, maybe it's like these rows. Do you think that's what furrows means? I think so too. Your pancakes were made with wheat that was ground, harvested, and then ground into flour. Oh, that's right. I actually made pancakes for my girls today. And I used flour and sugar and a couple other ingredients. I didn't get it from a farm today, but I got the flour from the store, which probably came from, you got it, from a farmer, from their farm. Ooh, this one looks cool. Let's take a look at this picture. Right this very minute in a sugar bush filled with maple trees, a sugar maker replaces old collection buckets with a new tubing system to carry maple sap to a storage tank. I'm going to let you zoom in and look at that picture for a minute because there is a lot going on.
Mama, there's a sticky note.
Yeah, there's a sticky note. That's okay.
And on the first page.
That's okay. I put sticky notes here for my own little notes. I don't like to write in the book, so I write on a note and I stick it in my book. Do you do that? You should try it sometime. The sap will be boiled down in evaporators until it becomes thick and sweet, like the maple syrup you've poured on your pancakes. Give me a thumbs up if you like maple syrup. My girls like maple syrup on their waffles, on their pancakes. This is where maple syrup comes from. It comes from a farmer with the maple trees. You know how there is sap? You never get sap maybe when you're up in the mountains or by other pine trees and it's sticky? Well, the sap from a maple tree, they turn it into maple syrup. Can you believe it? Okay, now it's your turn. On your paper, I want you to do what's called a stop and jot. So we're gonna stop or we're gonna pause the story and I want you to jot down what you ate for breakfast. That's right. What did you eat? And if you don't know how to spell something out, do two things. Use your best guess spelling or just draw a picture. So if you had pancakes, or draw a picture. So take a moment, jot down what you had for breakfast this morning, and then there's an activity we're gonna do after it. Go. As you're drawing, I'm just gonna flip back to this first breakfast page. Jog your memory. Did you have juice? Maybe you had some fruit, cut up fruit. Maybe you had cereal. Thumbs up when you're done. Oh, Paisley's doing her writing over here. So we're just gonna do a quick stop and jot. You can always come back and add to it. So just get your main thought down. Then you can always build into sentences later. Okay, if you are listening and if you have a grown-up with you, tell me in the comments what you had for breakfast. What did you have for your breakfast, or what did the kids have? What did the grown-ups have for breakfast? If you're following along with us. Let's see. Ooh, that's a good one. Someone said that they had yogurt with berries. Yep, so yogurt, that milk would come from a farmer, a dairy farmer. The berries definitely would come from a farmer that grew fruit. All right, let's keep going. We're gonna turn the page onto another meal. What's that you say? You'd like a snack? If you can, please stop making that sound. Thanks. You'd like a snack right this very minute? Then you need a farmer. Now, wait a minute. Are they saying that you need to go find a farmer right now if you want a snack? No, that's not what they're saying. You probably have snacks in your house somewhere. But where did those snacks come from? Yep, they came from a farmer. You got it. Oh, good. I see some people in the comments there. Yep, keep adding what you had for breakfast or what you had for a snack. So here we go. Let's talk about snack time. This is like a morning snack. You have the knowledge of so many right here in your hands. So let's look at this kid's snack right here. Yeah, they're not going to go ask a farmer, but they're wondering, where does this food come from? It originally came from, most likely, a farm. Right this very minute, oh, that's my dog. Stella, do you want to join story time? Okay, she wants to join story time. Here we go. Right this very minute, as the sun sets on a cranberry marsh, a grower starts protecting the crop from frost. The grower will be up all night, checking the sprinklers that keep the plants from freezing. Also, cranberries can become part of your trail mix. Cranberries. I love dried cranberries. But I always forget that they actually came from a farm. Then they get dried. You can put them in your trail mix, on your salad. Sometimes they're just good by themselves. That's like raisins too. Those were what? Who knows what raisins were? How does a farmer make raisins? Paige, do you know? Any guesses? Yeah. Grapes. They were grapes. Can you believe it? Specific grapes. And then they are dehydrated is what it's called and turned into yummy raisins. Right this very minute on a southern farm, a peanut farmer installs soil sensors to make sure that the fields aren't too wet or too dry. This is really important. I don't know about you, but I have a garden and I have a hard time figuring out how much to water my plants. So they have this special technology to help. The sensors help the farmer decide when and how much to water these sensitive plants. Okay, so we're going to stop right here, and this is the job for you. When I say go, I want you to list or draw pictures if you can't write yet, your favorite snacks. What are your favorite snacks? If you could have any snack right now, what would it be? Ready, set, go. Write it down. If you have a grown-up with you, have them type it in too so I can see it. Go. Go, Paige. What's your favorite? Oh, she's writing. She's writing on your paper. What are your favorite snacks? I like almonds. I like goldfish. Go on, Stella. I like apples. List all your favorite snacks. I'm gonna give you about 5-10 more seconds. Again, it's just a quick stop and a quick jot. All right, let's hear it. Go ahead and shout them out or read off your list to me. What do you have for your snacks? Oh, someone said rice rollers. Oh, I love rice rollers. That's a good one. What else do you have? What do you have on your list, Pace?
I just wrote that.
What is that? Oh, she's working on breakfast still. That's okay. What other snacks did you guys write down? Go ahead and call them out. Oh, yeah, like a fig bar. Almost like a granola bar with some jam inside. Sometimes it's like a blueberry fig bar or raspberry. Yeah. Okay, so here is your job for today. Are you ready? Here's your job. You wrote down, hopefully, and if not, you can finish. You wrote down 2 different things. You wrote down things you ate for breakfast and your favorite snacks. And what your job today is when we are done with our read aloud here, you are going to find a time today when it works for your grown-up and ask them, okay, where does my breakfast come from? Or where does my snack come from? Now, if you already know, I want you to tell your grown-up then. You can almost like quiz them, right? If you put orange juice down and you already know where that orange juice comes from, then I want you to quiz them and see if they know where it comes from. Remember what the answer is? A farm, a farmer. Okay? So you're going to do that for your breakfast items and your snack items. And when you quiz or when you talk to your grown-ups about it, I would love for you, if you remember, to come back and tell me. Say, we talked about it today. Or tomorrow, when we do our next Read Aloud tomorrow, you can tell me then too. Tomorrow I'm going to bring another book. Again, it's all about where does my food come from? And we're going to continue our discussion as the week goes on. Thank you so much for joining me. I loved reading a story with you. Again, remember, your task now is to go find your grown-up, if it's a good time now or later, and talk to them. Where did my breakfast come from? Where did my snack come from? And ask them or quiz them. See you tomorrow.